Hey guys, Dave from the Wee Hours here. Today checking out Humanica, or at least the demo thereof, a little teaser, a little taste of Humanica, which I have a very odd and weird relationship with. And I say relationship, I don't have any relationship at all with it. To my knowledge, I have never played Humanica. However, when I look on Steam, Steam says I've played Humanica for 24 minutes. I have no memory of doing so. I searched my own channel. I can't find it anywhere in there, but apparently I've played this game before, or at least according to Steam I have, so I have no idea what's happening, but let's check it out again? No, seriously, please let me know in comments if you've seen this game before, because I haven't. So after some brief camera controls, we're being told to place our initial settlement here, ideally on something flat, and near water. I assume that's water over there. I don't actually see any other water. This looks like a terrible map. Just for having the conversation, let's just regenerate that real quick and see if we come up with something a little bit better. Okay, still very hilly, but also very, very close to water. We've got a river running right through this here. So how about we set up maybe right by the riverside there? Okay, so we've done that. We've built a town hall. Select settlers by clicking or holding down left, and then assign them to building, gathering resources, or attacking wild animals. All right, what exactly is it that you want me to do here? Hang on, slam it into pause mode, all right? Just slam everything into pause mode here. I still don't know who any of you people are. I've never seen you before in my life. I don't care what you say, Steam. I haven't played this game for 24 minutes. So, Albo, why don't you go over here? Okay, you run over there. That's cool. And then, I assume, is this my branch heap? No, those are pelts. Those are pelts. There's some branches over there. Go get those. Yeah, go get those branch heaps and then deselect them. All right. So why don't you... Oh, we're doing resource gathering. You know, I was going to click on somebody else. I like clicking on people. You mark a resource, settlers will gather it for themselves. So how about these rocks? Can we go get those? What do we do here? We're low... Oh, it's a priority thing. Okay. Gather copper ore. Oh, we need ore extraction. We don't know how to do that yet. How about fishing? Can we do fishing? No, don't destroy it. That seems terrible. We don't know how to fish either. I think got team, hi. Muno here. I think we're just down to gathering sticks at this point. But good news, team. I found a whole bunch of sticks over here. This is going to be very exciting. Everybody go get some sticks. In fact, get all the sticks. Get all the sticks you can find. If you see a stick, just go ahead and pick it up. Because technologically, we don't know how to do anything else. We've got wild wheat. I think, can we do something with that? Nope. We need advanced food gathering to do that. How about just basic rocks? Can we get those? Yes, we can gather cobblestones. So they'll go over there automatically and kind of get down with that. And then we can kind of do that en masse with a gathering tool down here. I don't know if these guys can get over here. I'm sure we haven't figured out bridges. We haven't figured out how to pick up rocks. But how about if we just said, gather all of those apples over there? Oh, and that looks like maybe, I don't know, plums or berries or something lives over there. Now they gotta have somewhere to put all of these sticks, so we need to do some storage over here. A resource pile. Okay, well, let's put that kind of close to home here. Do we want to make like that much? Oh, no, wrong place. Okay. So what can we do in here? Is there somewhere where we can say what you put in here? Sticks. Yes, please put sticks in there. It's pretty much all we do right now. And then they'd also like a bonfire. Now that's going to take some sticks and some cobblestones. Good news, team. That's all we know how to do. So I assume at some point somebody will get over there and start building some bonfires. And then we can all eat around that with the berries we may or may not be getting at this point. I mean, it looks vaguely familiar in the sense that I've probably played 30 to 35 games that look exactly like this in some degree or another. Sorry, but there's a lot of similarity in gaming these days. I've played 30 to 35 games that look basically exactly like this. So I'm not saying it doesn't look familiar. It's just I don't know if I'm confusing familiarity with a history. Well, we've got the bonfire up and going. Is there anything I need to be doing with this? Nope, doesn't look like it. I can either just destroy it or leave it alone. And they're going to kind of gather around the campfire, as it were, and, I don't know, tell stories about that time when they gathered sticks. Yeah, you put people here for a few minutes and all of a sudden they want somewhere to live. So small primitive hut is next. Settlers don't work at night. Okay, cool. Well, let's skip the night. Hang on, get away from that. Get away from that. And let's just skip through to the next day. There we go. We're going to zip right through things and we're back to day 2 here. So what happened? A new settler arrived. Oh, really? A neighbor tribe gifted resources. That was remarkably friendly of them. Thank you. I suppose it's sort of a welcome to the neighborhood kind of thing. And by neighborhood, I mean maybe the other side of the river. Let's see if we can get some basic housing under control here. How about maybe we have sort of a hillside view of the river from up here? Okay, so what am I supposed to be doing? Select some settlers and then go kill an animal. Is that wise? Should we be doing that? I mean, we're not very well armed. Albo, how do you feel about whatever this is over here? A boar. Go see if you can do that. You into that? You want? Okay, you're off. Yep, you're off. You're gonna go probably punch a boar to death with your bare hands. So yeah, we're punching, and the boar's not happy. The boar's like, I would prefer not to be punched today. Maybe tomorrow we could talk about that. No, we're gonna keep punching. Okay, the boar is vaguely floating away, and we're punching some more. Good news, it doesn't seem to attack back. I would have been like, hey, could you stop punching me, please? And you're like, nah, I'm going to keep punching you. I'm like, well, here's the thing. I might try and punch you back because I don't enjoy this sort of treatment at all. We're just going to leave you to it. You seem to have that under control right now. How's the housing going, kids? Okay, we're getting those hides that we rolled in with, and we're putting some stuff up over here. Is that meat that we have there? That is meat. When did we get meat? We haven't finished punching the boar. Hey, how's that going up here? You still punching? Oh, yeah, we're still punching. This could be a week-long event. Again, I'm just going to leave you to it up there, kid. All right, we got one house up. Excellent. Well, how many are supposed to be doing? We're supposed to be doing 4. So let's get another one, say, up there. What other things could I realistically be building here? Production. A pelt dryer. Oh, we should get one of those. Everybody likes a good dry pelt. And then extraction, you say. Hunter hut. All right, build it near clusters of wild animals. I'm probably kind of jumping ahead in the tutorial here, no doubt. Oh, also, we're basically out of sticks. Materials, that sounds like what that is. Go and gather all of those materials. All right. And then what was I talking about? Oh, extracting things and hunters and whatnot. Near a large group of wild animals. Sure, that seems right. Hey, how did the boar punching work out? Did we punch that boar to death? Apparently we did, because we've got the achievement for that. Wait for the settlers to butcher the prey. You can manually order dead animal corpses to be butchered, but they'll do it automatically. Okay, well, I'm putting up things for that so we can dry pelts and whatnot. And then what else we got? Farming. There's nothing in farming yet. And structures, there's nothing in structures yet. All right, I got 3 out of my 4 houses built. I think we're waiting on some sticks for the next one, but they're over here. They're wicked into this. We can get those ones as well, please. I don't know. Can you hop up that ledge? I'm going to assume that you can. As suspected, the next thing I was going to have to build was the pelt dryer. So let's we just do that for like ever. What does this do? It's empty. Okay, just do this for like as long as you have pelts. I don't know. Just fill up the production queue with pelts. If you got a dead animal, dry it out, and then in the other dryer, oh, I need 2. Allegedly, I have 2. You're saying I have 2. Do I have another one around here that I'm not aware of? I don't see it, game, so I'm just going to build another one. We'll get sticks from somewhere, he says optimistically. Speaking of which, where do sticks live? I'm not seeing where sticks live. Are we out of sticks? No, we're still gathering sticks. We're loving the stick thing right now. Really, Steam, 24 minutes. You know what I need? I need a date. If you said 24 minutes on this date, that would have been handy. And let's start assigning people to some huts here. So I can say, Albo, you live there. Okay, that's one way of doing it. I guess I can just drag and drop you into there and then also do it from here. So assign a random settler. Yeah, someone will turn up. Oleg's into that. Oleg's like, that is my house right there. Okay, and we're working on the 4th hut. We'll get that done very, very soon. We haven't really done much with the hunter hut over here. We've loaded some materials in. Hey, guys, there's some perfectly good meat up here. Also sticks. I think we got... No, we almost got our hunter hut done here. And by almost, I mean we've just begun construction there. But we can assign somebody over there and they'll just do it automatically. Yeah, we have a problem with sticks. Probably stones, too. Let's go ahead and gather... Actually, is there anything closer than those? Not really. There's like a little bit over here, but not as much. Let's just go ahead and get all of these stones over here. And I'm optimistically setting up some more housing over here so everybody has somewhere to live. I feel that's a pretty promising thing. So I've got 4 huts down here, 3 in embryo over here. Anyone who wants to live there can just go ahead and live there. I don't really care who lives there. How are we doing on the hunter hut thing? We haven't... Well, it's taken a while, isn't it? That is taking a while. Now, in this other pelt dryer, let's see. So, RMB to just automatically do that. Yeah, just do that forever. That's kind of what I was looking for before. Technology, you say, oh, good, we might finally learn how to fish things. So, researching technologies to develop your settlement. Unlock, you just need to spend a certain amount of resources or reach a certain level of resources rather. Okay, how do we go about doing that? So, like pelt clothing. I'd need some pelts, and I've got them. Got it. So I could do that, like, basically right now. Storage would be what? Like a warehouse kind of thing. We're missing a few sticks. You know what? Stone tools sounds like the way we should be going here. So I can't do it right. Can I explore it? No, I can't click on it until I've actually done it. So pelt clothing, we don't have enough pelts yet. And then storage, again, we're missing some sticks. Food processing, we're missing some stuff. So if I had some more sticks, I could get into some tools, which is basically tying a stick to a rock and calling it a hammer. More importantly, the hunter hut is up. So assign a couple of people to that, and they'll just go off and kind of automatically slaughter things, which is awesome. Well, not so awesome if you're the things that are going to be slaughtered, but apart from that, it's a pretty cool gig. All right, get some more sticks over there. Yeah, sticks is our... Can you guys get over the river? If I told you to go do that, can anyone go do that? I guess we'll find out. Now, let's go through to the next day to give them enough time to gather all this stuff. We got a couple of things going on here. We can definitely do stone tools, and we can do storage. I think tools is smarter right now. I know the game wants me to research all of these things up top, but I think tools would be the best thing we could possibly do. Build a primitive workshop. Okay, that would maybe be production. Pelt dryer, there we go. Primitive workshop. Okay, looks like I've got all the things I need for that. That's a bigger thing. How about we put that up by the living area up there? Okay, good. They have no problem just crossing the river to get all of these things. So let's get some of these going here. You can get the sticks and the stones. Sticks are kind of my limiting factor because we use those to build virtually everything like my primitive workshop here. Let's just go through to the next day, and then we'll kind of see where we're at. Slow everything down here. So we need somebody to work in there for a start. Oh, do I not have anyone to work there? Yes, resources have durability. There we go. I got somebody in there. All right, so 1 out of 1 there. A spear or a knife. We'll make like a couple of each. Make 2 of those and 2 of those. I was kind of thinking more like a hammer or a pick of some sort to do some mining. All right, so do I have in research anything I can do? No, not yet. All right, I need way more pelts. I need a lot of pelts. Okay, I need more pelts. I need more no, I need wild berries for food processing. Oh, no pelts? I'm a little confused by that game. Where do we think berries are going to be? That's a little stickier, isn't it? Yeah, I don't actually have any berries on the map game, so I'm not sure how I'm going to accommodate you in that regard, but I'll do the best I can, kid. No, they don't want 2 of each. They want a lot of each. So 2 knives and then another 6. And then, I don't know, put another spear in there as well. Yeah, we want a lot of knives going on. Everybody wants their own knife around here. Understandable. It looks like a high crime area. All right, somewhere along the way, we got some more pelts. So let's get that done. We can do pelt clothing now. And then storage. I only need the 1 more pelt to do storage. So got a couple of things drying down here right now. So build a tailor hut. Okay, I guess that would also be probably production. Yep, tailor's hut. And no surprise, more pelts. Yes, I know you have nowhere to live. You weren't invited here. I didn't say come live here because there was nowhere for you to live. Look, I would love to give you a tent. Nothing would please me more than to get, you're kind of freaking out down. Aldia. Quit freaking out. Okay? The problem with the tent is the tent requires pelts. I'm not swimming in pelts here, Aldia. I don't have pelts for days. This is not Pelts R Us. Okay? I've got pelts that I need for research technologies. You just showed up and said, give me a place to live. Ooh, there's wild cabbage over here. That sounds good. We don't have the correct technology for that. Advanced food gathering. Advanced food gathering for wild cabbage. Look, here's the deal, Humanica. I've grown cabbage. This year, in fact, I made coleslaw out of it. It was quite nice. I didn't need advanced technology to pick it. I just looked at it and said, hey, that looks like a cabbage. I'm going to take that. And then I did, and I took it inside my house and, again, made coleslaw out of it. It was quite nice. Someone's been injured somewhere, so you're kind of down, Muño, here. I don't know quite what happened to you. Your health bar seems to be full, so whatever it is, you kind of walked it off, apparently. Where are we at on research? I haven't kind of really... Yeah, we could get into basketry, which is nice. That's cool. Everyone likes a good basket, especially Mrs. Dave. She loves baskets. And storage, we're still... Oh, now we're shy on stones. Okay, that one I can probably do for you. Yeah, there's a bunch of stones up here we could start gathering. Well, if I've got extra pelts, let's try and put maybe some more houses up for people. So put 3 more houses up there. Get things going a little bit faster here. And we don't have anyone in the tailor's hut. There we go. So, what do we got? Pelt clothing. Well, there goes all my pelts. Might also be lacking on storage, too. How soon until we can research the warehouse thing? That is some more stones, and we just got the pelt. Okay, so we really just need somebody to pick up the cobblestones that are over here. How about we do this? Let's just set up a basic storage area, because I think they might be running out of storage space. Wrong place or building. No, just put storage down, dude. Just put any storage down. Oh, it's gone all winter. That's a problem. Yes, winter is coming. It's right here. Actually, it's right here. Can't gather food, stock up on clothes. Okay. Well, good news. These are all done. So people will have somewhere to live right now that isn't in the snow. Well, not much in the snow anyway. I'm sure it's very, 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 very cold in there. I mean, that's 24 minutes of my life that I can't account for. That's weird, right? They said 24 minutes of your life are just missing, and you have no memory of it whatsoever. I feel I should see somebody about this. All right, now we got the storage thing under control. So explore storages, better storage. Obviously, things are not going to deteriorate. And now we can fine-tune the settings so we don't need to just store everything in one big lump. So what have we got here? The storage tent. Let's put that, say, I don't know, somewhat centrally located over here. And when you say I can fine-tune storage, does that mean this as well? Yeah, settings. Oh, okay. How about, probably what we'll do is we'll not store food in here. We'll only put food in the storage tent. So don't put materials there. We could put equipment there, actually, because those will deteriorate. But primarily, just not, actually, make this just food. All right, the only thing that goes in here is food. And in here, I want no food. And then same with this one and same with the other one. And no surprise, they're spending most of today just shuffling things around, moving things from resource to resource pile. Not a lot going on up here. We may as well get some of those stones while they're there. Not a lot going on right now. We could get all those sticks. We always need sticks, and the gang just loves gathering sticks. You having a good day down here? Is this really working for you? Having fun? There's not much to do in the winter, is there? I'm just gonna spin around for a while. That's cool. I don't know when I'm gonna be getting into food processing, because I don't really seem to have a lot of berries on the map, so I may as well research something else. What's in bone tools? Silicone spears and knives. Okay, I seem to have everything that I need there, so go ahead and explore that. And it looks like I've got everything for sling as well, so I may as well explore that too. Well, it's gotten very spring-like on day 11, and somebody new just joined, so let's start to get them a house going on, say, right over there. And what's the problem over here? Oh, you just don't have anywhere to live. That's fine. We're going to work on that pretty soon for you. Guys, I thought we said we weren't storing food here. Did we not say that? Yeah, we're not storing food here, guys. I guess make a couple of slings and make some silicone knives and some silicone spears. They'll choose whatever the best tools are. I don't have to equip that to them. Again, no, not a single berry on the map, huh? No, not looking good around here. Now, team, I don't really have a lot else for you to do here. I guess you could go gather these sticks over here. And I don't know, anything else that you think you can get? There's some stones up there. There's not much else to do. Hang on, let me go to the next day here. We'll see what it looks like in the morning. Any berries popping up? Not as such, but we've got a bunch of sticks that we can be gathering, and we're going to be super excited about that, team, because sticks is the secret to everything. That's probably an excellent place to call it on what is either my first or second look at Humanica. I'm not really clear on that. 24 minutes of my life are completely missing. But guys, do please let me know what you thought of this in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours. We'll see you next time.